In this tutorial, we will learn how to create and edit assignments. You can create an assignment on any content area. That means any page that contains this gray bar which contains the assessments link. For this demonstration, I'm going to create an assignment in the week 1 folder which is on my home page. And within the week 1 folder, we are going to hover our mouse over assessments and click on assignment. Any field with an asterisk is a required field. In this field, we'll provide the name, instructions, you'll notice an assignment files area. If you had any assignment files or instructions that you wanted the student to be able to download, you can just drag and drop them here. The due date is the last and final date after which the submission is marked late. Setting up the due date does not prevent the student from making a submission. So a due date is optional. If you set a due date for the assignment, it will automatically show up in the calendar. Next, under grading, points possible is a required field. We'll enter a numeric value for this assignment. You can associate a rubric with your assignment, and this is a best practice. To learn more about rubrics, please visit the tutorial on rubrics. I'm going to create from an existing rubric. I'm going to use this rubric for grading, and I would like the student to be able to see the rubric before they submit. So I will check yes with rubric scores. Next, we move on to submission details. You can have an individual submission where every student can make an individual submission. Turning on group submission will allow each group to make one submission per group. And the third type of submission is a portfolio submission, where the student can submit a portfolio snapshot in response to the assignment. For this demonstration, I'm going to keep this submission as individual submission. Next, you can set the number of attempts. Your options are to allow a single attempt, which means the student can submit only once. You can also allow multiple attempts and set a maximum number of attempts, or you can set up unlimited attempts, which means the student can resubmit their work up until you close the assignment. If you set up multiple attempts or unlimited attempts, you can set a logic for scoring attempts. Depending on the nature of your assignment, you may want to make your settings accordingly. For this demonstration, I'm going to leave it as last graded attempt. Next, we have grading options. Grading options are meant for you to be able to grade assignments anonymously, as well as to assign other graders to help you with your grading tasks. First, we have the option to enable anonymous grading. This helps to eliminate grading bias for high-stake assignments. What this does is, it hides student names during the grading process and shows them as anonymous. If you enable anonymous grading, then you have the option to disable the grading on a specific date or after all submissions are graded. Next, we have delegated grading. If you have a large class, you can divide the grading tasks among your TAs or graders. Once you check Enable Delegated Grading, you will be able to view a list of all the users in your course whose role enables them to grade. This includes instructors, teaching assistants, and graders. You can use the menu next to each individual's name to assign student submissions that they will be able to grade. You can assign all submissions, or you can assign a random set of submission. You can also set up group submissions, or you can select none, which means this particular grader does not participate in grading. This is how you enable delegated grading. Next, we move on to display of grades. We're choosing how grades will appear in the Grade Center for the instructor's view and to the students under My Grades. Whatever you select under Primary is what will show to students. The secondary grade is what will show in the grade center, and that's for your view only. If you select none, that means you will also see the student's score in the grade center. By default, all assignment scores are included in grade center calculations and will be included in the running total for the course. If this assignment does not count for the overall grade, you can uncheck this box. Also, you'll notice that by default all assignment grades show to the students under My Grades. If you didn't want students to be able to see this, you can uncheck this box. You can also enable statistics, which is average and median scores for this item to students. Next, we move on to availability. This checkbox ensures the assignment is visible to students. If you wanted to limit availability to a certain time window, you can leave this box checked and select a display after and display until timestamp. Once you've gone over all these settings, we'll submit, and as you can see, our assignment has been created within our week 1 folder. To edit the assignment, you can click on the drop down next to the assignment title and click on edit, and this will take you back to the edit page. Every assignment has an automatically created grade center column. So if you go to your left hand side panel, under grade center, you will see a link for assignments. If you click on that, you'll notice that a grade column has already been created for this assignment. When students submit, their submissions will show up in this column.